So moved.
Motion's made.
Second.
Second. Any more for discussion?
Hey, Board, this is consideration of the separation agreement with Sam Underwood, who basically is the personnel director for the city of Millington. He had actually retained an attorney some months ago with some complaints about his scenario and situation with the city regarding interference with his job, etc., which the lawyer actually sent a letter to me. I, at the time, did not take it very seriously because there'd been no complaints from Mr. Underwood at that point, and nor had the city manager had any complaints other than some minor issues that he had had with Mr. Underwood regarding certain reports that he was to file with the finance department. Yeah.
Mr. Chesney.
Mr. Chesney, yeah. And he had been verbally chastised over those issues. He also later contacted members of the board and the mayor with an 11-page complaint regarding a whole range of issues regarding his position as personnel director and alleged interference by various persons, and which was a little disturbing to the then city manager, who scheduled a meeting with him along with the new city manager and myself in March of this year. Keeping in mind that he had hired a labor lawyer to represent him in the city of Memphis, and basically she contacted me after her communication with me. Again, I told her I didn't understand what his complaint was or what his claim was, but in any event, on the day that we had set for the scheduled meeting, he did not appear, and contacted the city manager basically saying that he had been in the emergency room the night before and was ill and could not attend. And I think at that point we rescheduled the meeting for a different day, and later he contacted the city manager indicating that he had surgery of some sort, and sent us a doctor's note to the city manager. Talked to his lawyer. He basically indicated that he had some alleged grievances against the city. In any event, he did not return to the city, nor has he returned to the city since the original incident, and he has used all of his sick days and all of his vacation days. He has not been disciplined, but there have been some issues with him, particularly with the person that he supervised in the personnel department, and there have been some other allegations that he might have been carrying a weapon on his person at that time, although he was given a commission from the Millington Police Department as a reserve officer and issued a weapon, which
it's two sides to every story.
he has returned the weapon to the Millington Police Department. We have negotiated with the lawyer for Mr. Underwood over a period of weeks we recommend that we settle this case based on that we get a full release from him for the 14 weeks, plus his
21 hours?
21 hours of
Approximately.
vacation time he still has left. This is a real unfortunate situation. Mr. Underwood has information on every employee in the city of Millington. It's not a good situation. It's one that we would like to put behind us. And I recommend that we approve it.
That's what it is. They're afraid of his information.
Just a couple of comments that I have. As I told you on the phone, I'm very concerned about establishing a precedent that would do this kind of stuff. Number one. And number two, what really bothers me is that we're creating the environment to allow it to happen. Mr. Dorsey, you've got to get control of that. You've got, if we're having problems with department heads, you've got to get this stuff in writing and do it right. Because the board, we're putting the board of mayor and alderman on the spot because we catch it after the fact. You guys got to clean this mess up.
I think we have to be clear, though, that this has come from the blue. There was no complaint made by the personnel director to the agency before he went out and formally obtained a lawyer. So there was no indication that there needed to be an intervention of any kind. So we do need you to get a handle on it, but I understand that this is not something that you could have forecast or have known. This is an individual that has chosen to pursue legal guidance in addressing what he perceives to be mistreatment in his employment. But it's still unclear where he has been mistreated. And I want to make sure that the citizens know, if we knew of any place where someone was mistreating someone, we would address that. But this is very vague, but it is still an issue that is going to be on us, and it behooves us to take action while we can and minimize the potential liability that we might have.
I have a question.
In the letter itself, and we all got that
Yeah.
lengthy letter, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Perkins, he indicated that he would agree to the separation.
That's
Is that
correct.
That's what he wants.
And your city manager does have a good handle on it, but this is kind of an inherited case here. This all started.
Thank you for saying.
This all started.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know that. He just needs to clean it up.
Mike just tell you like it is.
That's right. So any other discussion?
I guess I'll just go ahead and just disclose that the only other employee in that department is related to me as my stepmother, so this does not change her function or anything at all, but we want to disclose that.
Okay.